Warp Prism and Sentry play is very viable here to force field the ramp, which Autosis failed to do. And
you're not going to let it go, are you? You're not going to let it go.
I'm sorry. But anyway, he could do that, and especially with force fields onto the mineral line as well. It could be a pretty cool strategy for him to do, though we are actually seeing a 12 Forge, which is incredibly early, and maybe, oh, actually, no. It's a gateway, and what WhiteRa wants to do here is punish non-drone scouting players, which Red might do here, because Red's going to have the Overlord. He's going to scan across the Nexus and see no gas. All right, Forge Fast Expand. Let's do it. And then all of a sudden, Zealots are going to be streaming onto his natural hatchery. And WhiteRa may even fake a pylon on the natural to kind of force drones to be pulled off also. That may be an option. And without the drone scout, that is the danger of not doing it. And WhiteRa, this is a special tactic, and it may win.
Yeah, it certainly qualifies as far as I'm concerned. Ret is, however, going to make a turn and is going to move towards that ramp there. That said, it's going to be a while before it gets there, and we'll see what he decides to do. Here comes the...
Oh, the Overlord turns!
Unbelievable
The
stuff.
Overlord was reaching towards the natural and then decided just to check the back gas in case. And I really am worried. Is Ret just going to turn around to the natural or really decide to try to go behind it? But the pathway would have got there like 20 seconds before, but now he turned around. This is going to hit a bit of a surprise.
Yes, it is. And WhiteRa denying the expansion right there. The question is, can he get enough Zealots out to really do the damage? Immediately moving out and a second Zealot coming in. Ret will finally scout this and find out what's coming. The question is, how does he deal with it?
There's the Overlord. Is going to see the gateway and is going to force Lings out immediately as soon as he sees that more Lings on the way. But WhiteRa knows that the Overlord was heading towards the natural, so he didn't want to waste Chronoboost onto that gateway. Does decide just to go ahead and expand from here. But with 2 Zealots against 6 Lings, he's still going to be able to do a bit of damage here.
Yeah, he's even got a probe in there for good measure, so he could do something. Well, let's see what he decides to do, if he decides to go and engage or just try and maintain some map control. Lings taking the other Zelnaga tower. Both of these guys a little bit unaware of where they are at the moment, but only 4 Lings here, and this Zealot moving back immediately. Doesn't want to get caught out. That would be disastrous. The question is, can he complete the wall off? And yes, he should be able to stop those Lings from getting in, and 2 gas to follow that one up here for WhiteRa.
Yeah, so he simply replaced the gateway with the Forge, basically. The Forge with the gateway, sorry. But at the same time, Red's taken a really fast third again. He's even, at the same point, scouting the natural and sees that the expansion's there, and so he's able to go ahead and expand really fast once again. And what is WhiteRa going to do to follow up? Taking double gas immediately, may decide to go into a very fast Stargate here, or he may decide to start adding on a Forge if he wants to go +1. But if he doesn't add that Forge, we may be seeing some definitely special tactics come out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we shall find out one way or the other very shortly from WhiteRa. He's not showing his hand just yet.
Oh, but Lings are going to see the hand anyway as they approach in. One Stalker is waypointed the wrong side of the gateway. The Lings do go in and are going to reveal nothing, but at the same time reveal everything.
Yep, he's going to have some ideas as to what's coming in. Certainly, he didn't spot tech, which is beneficial to WhiteRa, but still, it is about the absence of what is in the base as much as it is about what he actually sees.
And 2 Zealots on the way to the third base of Ret. 4 Lings are there. He does know they are coming, so he's going to wait for the Queen and then engage with the Queen. Doesn't want to lose any Zerglings, though, before that Queen gets there.
Yeah, and where does WhiteRa go from here, honestly? He's been scouted. His opponent knows what's coming. He's only got a single gateway up. He is sitting pretty on 2 bases. He does have an economic lead, fairly significant one, and a little bit of a micro battle going on here that WhiteRa will be able to win. Keeps both Zealots alive. Extremely well played there by him, and he will continue to simply scout around and pick off what he can. But it's the follow-up that's really interesting to me. What is he going to do to follow this up? 4 gateways. Are we going to be seeing 5, maybe 6, even 7 potentially gate pressure? We'll see what he's going to do here. He may just decide to be conservative and stick with 5, just get a good gateway count out.
And Stalker, 2 Zealots on this third base now, doing a bit of damage, catching Ret a little bit off guard without Zergling speed or Zerglings on the map
That Zealot
at all.
continues to live against all odds. I don't really know how, but it's got 6 kills already. It's doing really well for itself, honestly.
And unfortunately for these units, speed is about to finish for Zerglings. They all will go down.
It's a 7 gate pressure coming in. More pressure. That's an absurd number of gateways coming in. Of course, you could add on 1 more and go for the full 8, but 7 is probably the optimal number at this point. He's going to completely wall off here, so it's going to be reliant on that pylon. Will it be scouted?
Oh, but it doesn't matter about the pylon right now. The units are surrounded for WhiteRa. He has to force field well, but I don't think he has enough units to deal with this. And Lings and even Roaches on the way as well, and are going to be more than enough. Rhett knows his timings. At 8 minutes, Warp Gate is done. At 8:30, 9 minutes is when the waves start to come out. And I'm looking at Rhett's vision. He doesn't even know about the gateways, but he smells something is up. He sees the pylon as well. He's going to be able to deflect this 7 gateway attack with ease.
Yeah, nicely played there by Rhett. Extremely well played. WhiteRa realizes that the jig is up and he's going to have to get the hell out of there as quickly as possible. At least he saves the majority of his army in the process, but that engagement in the center was extremely unfortunate for him.
And Rhett is really tiptoeing with drone production right now, as he's only at 42 at this stage of the game. He's now squeezing in more drones as he realizes that the possibility of this is kind of narrowing down. And we do have the robotics facility coming down for White right now. We'll try to maybe build a warp prism and go into the main base. That is still a large possibility for WhiteRa.
Yeah, the Zealots engaging here against those Roaches, and the Roaches are probably, they might end up going down here. Yes, I think they will. In the meantime, an engagement at the front line here that is caught out by WhiteRa, and there's no retreat, no surrender here as Rhett's Roaches are ripped apart.
And is that warp prison going to be made now from WhiteRa? And it may be, and there it is being made from WhiteRa, so we are going to see some warp prison play. He still has that pylon available on the left-hand side of this map. 4 Zealots come in to once again
to
destroy the drones. WhiteRa somehow is pulling this through. Well, and with that warp prison warping stuff into the main base, along with all these units in the middle of the map, WhiteRa is looking pretty strong.
Now, WhiteRa, what he did was what Rhett thought he was going to do. What we thought he was going to do is WhiteRa was just going to back off, and it was safe to make drones. It was not safe to make drones. That pylon actually remained alive, and WhiteRa is now putting on an incredible amount of pressure. That 4th is probably going to end up being cancelled at this point. WhiteRa eliminating a few Zerglings, which are just streaming across the map, and that's going to end up being blocked off anyway, so it doesn't matter. And this pressure is going to keep coming in. 6 spine crawlers coming in as the natural is now under grave threat. And
the warp prism is going in. It's actually going to kind of warp in Zealots first, and then lift up into the main base. So we're all going to see that at the same time. WhiteRa's trying to engage in a horrible position. Spine crawlers are going to finish, and he will lose everything here if he's not careful.
Yeah, I have to wonder why he did that. Was that enough of a distraction here for this warp prism play? Is that really what he wanted to do? Not a lot of damage is being done by WhiteRa at the front. The Zealots coming in and dealing with everything they can find in the mineral line as Rhett pulls off that immediately. Rhett has lost 2 bases there, his natural holes, and the Zealots trying to engage as best they can, ripping their way through the mineral line. Another warp in comes in, and Rhett is actually just sitting on spine crawlers and no defensive units aside from that. WhiteRa continuing to batter his way through there. He takes 1 spine crawler. Can he take another? If he's able to do significant damage here, then this could be game over. More Zealots being warped in at the back. The Spire going down. The Zealots at the front now surrounded, but doing so much damage. 30 drones and falling rapidly.
But spine crawls are helping out. Oh my god, so many Zealots are going to put the nail in the coffin.
Massive warp in here. WhiteRa looking to take this game. Rhett holding on for everything he's got, but he has nothing to do it with. His drone cuts down. GG!
WhiteRa from 0-2 down pulls it back to win the series and advances to play against Idra tomorrow in a series that looked like Rhett was just going to whitewash clean the table.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable play. What can you say from that? 2 games down and then pulling back in that fashion. Absolutely incredible. And I don't think we need to talk too much about that game. I just want to hear it from the man himself. We're going to be having an interview with WhiteRa as he goes over there to talk to Rhett, of course, well-mannered, needless to say. And
he's rubbing it in, he's saying, you suck.
I don't think so. WhiteRa would never do something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for WhiteRa. And now we're going over to an interview with Thomas. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with WhiteRa, who just came from an insane comeback. After the 2 first matches, how were you feeling? What was going through your mind?
After second game, I not expect and not understand why I not can make normal block, pylon block. So I be really disappointed, but I know I have a little bit small chance. And if Red starting my mistake, I try using his mistake. And third game, he try using a lean build and easy understand what he try using Bailing drops or Zerling drops and prepare for it. And Dream map, it's be very macro game, and I think I have very good economic base, very good macro, and try harassing Red, not give him feel very comfort himself, because he very good macros Zerg. And last game I try using not standard build order, my opening gateway, some zealots and exp. I make it because I not want to give Reds building many workers. He must build some Zerlings and units, and same time I production probe and attack him.
Great. So you're gonna face tomorrow WhiteRa. How are you feeling about that? Are you afraid about his macros, others?
I'm a very great player, and we have huge history in Starcraft 1, Starcraft 2. But I try to show my best, and if I not make mistake, I can win WhiteRa. But I think it's anyway 50-50%. I'm a very great player, and he have very huge experience.
Well, I'm gonna wish you luck for tomorrow, and we will conclude this here. Everybody give it up for WhiteRa! And that concludes the first day of this ASUS ROG Republic of Gamers Stars Invite. We will be back tomorrow with Elfie versus Select, the first match, and it will start at 11 a.m. at EET, Eastern European Time. That's plus 2 GMT. Don't forget also to go to uk.geforce.com/gameon and go there and enter the contest for that graphics card. That's an awesome graphics card. But most of all, thanks to you, the watcher over there on the other side of the stream, all the people here in the DigiExpo, and we will be back thanks to ASUS and NVIDIA tomorrow. Thank you.